5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so welcome to World Cyber Games 2006 Grand Final here being held here in Monza, Italy. So I'm Jaxie, guest casting for World Cyber Games, and now the game has started. Todd, of course, playing as human. He has won 2-0 against Kiwikaki on the round of 32. On the other hand, we have one of the biggest upsets happening in round of 32, which is Levin winning against Soju 2-0. So, of course, Soju, one of the top favorites to win, actually, on this WCG. And he has been eliminated very early on the round. So, right now, the map is on Echo Wilds. We have Todd spawning on the top left side and Levin on the upper right. It seems like Levin is going to go a Tavern hero with an early Ancient of War and a Moonwell and a later Altar. On the other hand, we have Todd going, of course, the standard build, Altar, Barracks, and Farm. And one farm outside there so that he can see if Levin comes to his base and he can see him early and try to defend his base. So right now, probably if you are wondering what the map pool will be, it will be Echo Wild, Twisted Meadows, and Turtle Rock, which will be played later on after this match, of course. Ancient of War is almost complete right now for Levin, and Altar of Elders now is being played. So I'm not sure what hero Levin would probably go. Maybe a Beastmaster or a Dark Ranger on that Tavern right here. But of course, a lot of Night Elves using a lot of different heroes, maybe a Panda as well. So we'll have to see once his Altar finishes up. So at this point, Todd, of course, going to get Archmage as his first hero. Still building a couple of peasants along with building some footmen there. Probably going to fast creep this creep camp right here so that he can get good experience along with that item. Levin is now going to scout with his Wisp right onto Todd's base, and he sees that farm right here and just pops into that tree and finally going to move out again there. So Archmage is now completed. Let's see what this Archer is going to get as Levin's first hero. And it will be the Dark Ranger for Levin. He has one Ancient of War here. Actually didn't build it outside that some Night Elves do on this map so that it can help him tank against those green creep camps. So it seems like Todd decided to go on these creeps instead. And he is going right down probably to the Mercenary camp or the expansion. So it seems like he is going to go a fast expansion right here in Echo Isles. He has 4 militia, no 5, going to creep these true trolls along with that Ogre Magi. So it seems like Levin going to Dark Ranger is not really going to try to harass and going to creep instead. They're summoning a couple of those skeletons to tank against these archers. So Todd will be tier 1 for quite a long time. Levin is not teching as of yet. It's still pretty early in the game. And Levin will scout that Todd actually has crept that expansion point right now and is going to build that town hall. So Levin now is able to creep pretty fast with his Dark Ranger, a couple of archers taking down that Mercenary camp on the right side. He is maybe 60% on the way to level 2. And okay, so Dark Ranger is still building more archers here. He's now taken to tier 2. He has about 5 archers, and Archmage is right there to stop Levin or from creeping, taking down some archers. One archer is down to red, and it goes down. Level 2 Archmage for Todd. Of course, Levin was not able to take down the creep that actually drops items. So 30 food count for Todd, while Levin is at 28, taking to tier 2 now. His expansion is about 60% complete. And of course, adding a lumber mill so that he can get his wood count up. So Levin is now going to encounter the whole army of Todd. Todd does not have a dust of appearance in case Levin actually uses shadow meld to hide his archers away. So Todd really is not going to fight Levin. He just used his Archmage to attack the Dark Ranger just a bit so that he can whittle down the health of that hero. And right now, of course, Todd is the one attacking Levin so that Levin won't be able to maybe take down the expansion, which is now already up. And of course, Todd still doesn't have enough resources to actually tech to tier 2. So Right now, 5 archers going against, let's see, 4 footmen, 34 food count going against 34 as well. Levin just built another archer on his Ancient of War. Dark Ranger now down to half HP. 6th archer coming in, so Todd is just trying to stop Levin from going to his expansion so that he can get that extra resources without any problem. And it seems like Levin is just not really going to push Todd. He's just going to really just take down that farm by Todd, putting Todd down to negative food right now, 40 over 36. So Tree of Ages is almost complete for Levin. He is about 90% of the way complete. Levin is going to go and finish up that mercenary camp that he had left earlier on. And of course, Todd is still going to go there, maybe try to take down a couple of archers away and get his experience points up. Dark Ranger has Lightning Shield right now, and he is surrounded by Todd, but that Lightning Shield damages those footmen as well. But that Dark Ranger was down to half HP. A bit of Focus Fire takes him down, and he has to TP out because he is low in HP, only 70 HP, and probably going to use those Moonwells now to heal up. So Todd now finish up those creeps instead and purchases a couple of mercenaries. Troll Berserker along with a Troll Shadow Priest, still with those 4 footmen earlier on. Levin again is back and runs right in the middle of Todd's army, again getting Focus Fired on. And he again gets very low in HP. Orange at 180 right now, so he has to move back yet again. Seems like Todd now at 42 food count, water elementals, and a couple of mercenaries. He has more units as compared to Levin, but Levin is now tier 2, so he picks up a Naga Sea Witch as his second hero, going to pick off those footmen maybe one by one. So right now, Dark Ranger getting Focus Fired on yet again, down to 89 HP. Levin pulls him back. We see those footmen going to those archers one by one, microing one footman out. That footman dies. Naga Sea Witch is getting hit by this Archmage. Archmage moves in and attacks that one archer. That archer goes down again, and Archmage is now at level 3 as compared to Levin, who still has level 2 and level 1 heroes for his Dark Ranger and his Naga Sea Witch. So Levin right now is going to put 2 Ancient of Lords and his tech into Tree of Eternity. So he's going to go probably Bears, or as Levin's teammate would say, Beers. Right, sitting there in front. And of course, Todd is the one keeping the pressure on Levin, even if he is the one who did a fast expand. So he is now about tier 2, almost 90% complete, and he has a couple of towers and expansion. So Levin still hasn't actually attacked his expansion or his base. So Todd is doing a good job on keeping the pressure on Levin. But at this point, with that Naga Sea Witch being picked up by Levin, that cold arrow being used by that hero is able to take down Todd's units pretty well. I think he has lost a couple of footmen already, and another one goes down, which summons this dark minion from the dark arrow of that Dark Ranger. So Todd now at tier 2, and he gets a panda as his second hero, so probably a good hero to take down those archers, or with his skills like Breath of Fire and Drunken Haze. Levin is now going to retreat back to his base as soon as he saw that hero, and Todd will not push. It seems like he is moving around, maybe going to creep Levin's creep camps instead, so that he can deny Levin any experience points and stay and keep them at very low level, now 2 and 1 still. So Todd is just moving around outside the base of Levin, not really attacking, just so he knows that Levin is actually there, and his production is now going to go into hyperdrive. He is now building 2 arcane sanctums. He has enough resources too. He has 1,000 gold, 200 wood, researching harvesting, improve harvesting so he can get more wood as soon as probably maybe add some workshops later on, maybe some riflemen, although he does not have a blacksmith as of yet. So right now, maybe an encounter right in the middle here. Panda going right straight, going right to those archers, but being slowed right now by Cold Arrow and those Dryads, so he has to move back. Defend has been researched by Todd, so those archers and Dryads don't really do enough damage on them. Levin has researched about this magic, so he quickly cast to dispel that Water Elemental of Todd. So Todd is at 50 food count right now. He has about 4 footmen, 2 priests, and 1 Troll Berserker. Wow, Naga Sea Witch is now very low in HP. but he is saved by Staff of Teleportation by the Dark Ranger just after that Panda cast Breath of Fire on him. So right now, Levin has a couple of bears out. They are now at the depth. Master Form is now being researched on one of that Ancient of Lords. So still, Levin's heroes are still at 2-1. We have Todd at 3-1. He has Footmen and Mercenaries right now. Still no tier 2 units. His arcane has just been completed. He is adding a third arcane as well as building workshop. So that blacksmith is right there. I didn't see it earlier on. And he is now researching iron plating for his Footmen. Probably going to go there. So Ride goes down. One last hit from that Archmage. Nagasi, which now being focus fired on. That Panda right there is down to 100 HP, moving back along with those bears. Archers are all very low in HP. Panda is right in the front, tanking for the whole human army. A couple of those Footmen went down. One Footman here goes down as well. So Todd now at 48 food count, Levin at 44. Todd is moving back quite a bit because of those bears, and he does not have any units to counter those bears as of yet. So Levin is continuing to build more bears and dryads here so he can cast Abolish Magic on those water elementals. Levin decides to move back, and just as soon as Levin decides to retreat, Todd again is putting on the pressure, going on to try to maybe get some last hits on those archers, which are actually very low in HP. Maybe 3 attacks from an Archmage would take it down, and nice combo there. He took Archmage attack 2 on that archer, and Breath of Fire took one of them down. So this one archer being chased by the Panda, and we have Levin going to chase down those mercenaries by Todd. 3 of them. One is very low in HP, but still manages to escape. Dark Ranger now levels up to level 3. Archmage is the one being chased down right now. Casters are now out for Todd. Finally, he has 3 arcanes, building Sorks, Priest, and Mortar teams to try to counter those drives later on. Okay, so Todd's Panda just leveled up to level 2 after he took down a Wisp, I would think. And Todd decides to retreat. At this moment, his mercenaries are now being healed by mercenaries as well, since he has priests here, 2 of them. And he also has added riflemen to his army right now. So he's going to go casters, riflemen, and more teams to go against an Night Elf army of, right now, bears and dryads with Dark Ranger and a Naga Sea Witch. So right now, Todd is at 80 over 84, so he's already at full low upkeep. If he builds any more units, he will be at high upkeep, which means that he would get less gold from his gold mine, so it's probably going to stay at that number. He has about 4 riflemen. No, around 2 or 3. Maybe 3 Sorks, 2 priests, and of course his mercenaries, along with one mortar team. No, 2 more teams. So his mortar teams and riflemen does not have any upgrades as of yet, but his footman is at 1-1. His Sorks are at Adept, so they can cast invisibility in case any of his heroes get in trouble, so he can hide it away from Levin. Priest is at 1 as well, Adept, so he can cast this spell as well. So Todd now going to creep the marketplace. His Panda at level 2. Moves his Archmage away so his Panda can get level 3. Levin right now with a full group of bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 7 bears going to attack the expansion of Todd. Let's see if Todd TP's out. TP's in. Yes, he will. And Levin moves back a bit so that he can get a good position against Todd army. But seems like, will he be fighting? Yes, he will. Naga Sea Witch right in front. Finally, those bears goes in. Spellbreakers. Footmen going against bears. A lot of happening right now. Levin casts Silence on his Dark Ranger all over those casters of Todd, so they won't be able to cast Slow or Dispel or any of those. Levin now losing 1 bear, no usage of staff as of yet. Dark Ranger still has that staff not being used. Dryads are now very low in HP, goes down to more teams, and we see that Todd's Panda right there in the front, casting Breath of Fire on those bears, very low in HP. Dark Ranger is the one being hit by the Panda right now. It's down to half HP. Naga Sea Witch very low in HP as well. So all bears just went down from Levin. He has no units anymore. He is at 29 food count, so it's GG. Levin says GG. And Todd will win game 1 here on Echo Isle. So we'll have to wait for the second.